I'm going to get a little personal about myself here. And, this is a story that I wasn't sure how to tell or pretty much how to actually explain it. But I'm going to try and do my best, and hopefully you stay throughout the entire video and are able to relate to it in some way. So Christmas of last year, I found out that I was type 2 diabetic. When I found out this happened, or pretty much I did this to myself, because honestly, I did do this to myself. Bad actions, bad decisions, poor eating choices. This is something that was more than likely bound to happen if I hadn't done anything about it. It was a long, difficult journey and road trying to get myself back healthy again, and it was one of the most difficult things I had to struggle with. There was a lot of anger, there was a lot of tears, there was a lot of self-doubt, there was a lot of angry with myself. There were times I was angry with God, and he had nothing to do with it. Again, these were my choices that I made, and there was a lot of self-realization that you weren't doing right by yourself, and you needed to do better. Thankfully, I had my mother, who was also diabetic. She helped me through the entire thing. She gave me encouraging words, even times where I did not want to hear a word that she said to me. And there were times where I skipped her phone call, didn't want to talk to her because of what was going on. And she stayed with it the entire time, helping me through the entire situation. At the time when I actually got diagnosed, I was in 11.9, I believe I was, in a dangerous area. Not as dangerous as a lot of other people who I've spoken to, some people being in the 14s and 15s, but it was still high up there. That was a major, major concern. So starting January that year, I made changes. I cut back on the things I was eating. Actually, pretty much from January to February, I excluded all things sugary, bread, rice, anything like that. I cut it from my diet immediately. Anything that could possibly cause my sugar and insulin levels to rise up rapidly, I cut them from it. And it was very difficult. Birthdays, events, especially around the Christmas holiday time when you're eating very unhealthy foods, it was difficult. And having to turn down parties and celebrations because I couldn't eat anything, or I'd just be showing up there basically just drinking water the entire time. I chose not to go to these places. In a way, I was punishing myself. I really was, when I didn't honestly need to, because I felt guilty, and I felt like punishing myself was going to make it better, and it wasn't. It didn't make it better. But eventually, I started to gain some self-control and some confidence over what I was doing, and realizing hey, you're not exempt from everything. You just have to be better, make better choices. And that's all it honestly came down to, was making better choices. And I think it was beginning of March, I got a A1C check, because I came in one night to the hospital. My blood sugar, I had dropped huge, and they found out that my levels had dropped from I believe it was 11 I said it was, to a 5.6, 5.4. In a matter of 60 days, it was very much unheard of. And at that point, I had lost probably 45 pounds in probably 60 days, probably less than that. It was one of the most difficult journeys I went to have to go through. I'm still going through it now. I'm still continuing doing better, getting better, and making myself a better person every single day. And lots of changes been made from December of last year until now. Lots of changes in mindset, physically, mentally, spiritually. Everything's been changing more and more, and I hopefully will continue this journey with a stronger understanding and a better understanding for myself. If you would like to hear the full story of how everything happened, pretty much, let me know down in the comments. But I felt this was something that I needed to get out and explain about myself, because you can look back at some of the videos that I've done. I look almost completely different from the way I was before. My face, I even look back at myself, and sometimes my face was so swollen, I looked gross. I'm not gonna lie, I looked gross. And now I see the change from then and then now, and it's tremendous. But hopefully, the story is an inspiration to you. If you have diabetes yourself, comment, talk with me, let me know, and we will, work on this journey together with you.